All right, yes, a beautiful morning to you guys, and welcome to another moment talking sport right here on your number one's dial. P&B Sport is the programmer, and today we'll be looking at a whole lot. I know it will be funny enough for guys who will be looking at me and say I'm putting on Arsenal JC. It is just to actually commiserate with them on their loss. It is no banter, no words attached to it, no banter. It's just like to just say I am with you, Arsenal, and I am supporting. I'm standing with you guys even after your defeat. Stay strong. You still have 2 games to go. You still have 1 game to go, which is the English Premier League. You might still have a chance to be a contender or to be a winner because you just have at least a point or 2 points adrift at the top of the table, and anything can pan out. You have Wolves to play this Saturday, and I am here to support you with my red Arsenal JC right here. And also we were looking at what happened last night. It was just a few of the teams out there that moved to the next round of the Europa League and also the UEFA Conference League, with English teams bowing out again. English teams bowing out again in the Europa League, most especially Liverpool. And now so many weight that is on, or so many pressure on the side of the players of Liverpool are now showcasing or showing off because of they wanted to impress and give their coach a last minute trophies. Talking about the trebles or doubles that they have in mind. Now it is double because they are not in the FA Cup or neither are they in the Carling Cup. They are only in the Premier League and then the Europa League, which they have actually been sent packing last night by none other than Atlanta. Alright, now let's quickly let you know that we are streaming live and direct on YouTube and also on Facebook on our pages. So go out there, follow us, drop your comment on the YouTube link and also the Facebook page, and then you will be part of this great show. And don't forget to also click the subscribe button or follow our pages on Facebook for more of our programming. Let's go for a quick break, and when we come back, I will go straight to the local scene where one man has been sacked as the noisy coach of Lagos Football Club. We'll be right back. Alright, welcome back. Yes, like I told you, my name is Rudon Musago RMG, and I'm your host and anchor. This is a beautiful morning. Now let's go straight to Lagos State, where the Sporting Lagos FC have announced the sacking of its head coach Paul Ofo will leave with his assistant coaches Mika Bello and Edward Green. He managed 10 wins in 30 matches, 12 defeats and 8 draws on behalf of everyone at the Sporting Lagos club. It says in their official handle website. The club would express its gratitude to coach Paul for his effort and achievement during his time with the club. The statement reads in the official website, and Coach Paul will forever have a place in the Sporting Lagos history after leading them to the first ever Nigerian Professional Football League promotion and winning their first ever piece of silverware in the Nigerian Super 8 competition. The club and fans alike will miss the energy and polish he brought to the touchline. The team will focus on remaining in the top flight with the final 8 games or 8 matches of their inaugural season. With former Katsina United head coach Abdullahi Bifo is expected to take over from 04 as the new manager. All right, this is the breaking news that just came in. Now let's leave that short. Let's go straight to Heartland, as they are also been granted the provisional approval to play their remaining home games of the season at the Dan Iam Stadium in Owerri. Now recall that it was being suspended due to some disquality in some part of the facility, and these followed observed improvement on their pitch after a second inspection within the last 2 weeks. However, the approval does not extend to the next season, as another comprehensive review of facilities of the stadium will be carried out in line with facilities criteria of the club license requirement. Now the club will therefore host their match day 31 fixtures against Shooting Stars Sport Club, which is also known as the 3SC Football Club, at the stadium. And the Nigerian Football League Premier League had to start of the second stanza of the season revoke the earlier provisional approval granted by the club. Now this followed observed deterioration of the pitch. The Nazi Millionaires previously played their home games at the Iyimba International Stadium in Aba, because they are in the same state. Now talking about same state, we're going to be seeing a rivalry between two clubs who are also from the same state, and also a junior club of the main club, that is Niger State and Niger Tornadoes and the Niger Tornadoes Feeders team. They will be slugging it out in the just concluded draws of the FA Cup, as last year's runners-up Enugu Rangers will go up against Kano Pillars in what is indisputably the pick-up of the men's round of 64 matches of this year's Federation Cup competition. Now last year's runners-up Enugu Rangers will go against Kano Pillars in what is indisputably to say one of the biggest matches in the rounds. Let's quickly go straight to giving you the fixtures, the full fixtures, as Bendel Insurance of Edo State will be looking out to slug it out with Stormers SC of Ogun State. Wiki Tories to slug it out against Damburan of Katsina State Junior, and Oshun United would slug it out against EFCC of Abuja, and Edel FC of Anambra will take on Discovery Talent of KB State. Zamfara United of Zamfara State will take on ABS of Kwara State. KB United will host KB United of KB will host Ine Stars of Edo, while Akwa United of Akwa Ibom will take on Senior Shores of Ebonyi. Mighty Jets of Plateau will take on Zamfara United's feeder team in Zamfara State, and Gombe United of Gombe will take on Karim United in Taraba, while Academy Warriors of Borno will slug it out with Adani Mogo FC of Ondo, and Lobby Stars of Benue State will take on Delta Marines of Delta State, while Shooting Stars of Uyo will slug it out against Solution FC of Anambra. Ikorodu City of Lagos will take it out against Green Beret of Kaduna. Wako City FC of Enugu State will take on Ekiti United Feeders team of Ekiti State, while Beyond Limits of Ogun State will take on Omola International of Ocean State, and Inter Lagos FC of Lagos State will take on Mayfrank of Cross River State. Warri Wolves of Delta State will slug it out against Lautai FC of Jigawa, and Kwara United of Kwara State will slug it out against Rover FC of Cross Rivers. These were one-time Nigerian Professional Football League team. Abia Warriors of Abia State will take on Ilaji FC of Oyo State, and Sporting Supreme FC of FCT will take on PCM FC of Ebonyi State. Now Nasarawa United will take it on against FC Bako of Kogi State, Kogi State, I beg your pardon, and Sokoto United will slug it out against Ofrima FC of River State. One Rocket of Akwa Ibom will take on Father Uburaja of Imo State, and Eyimba FC of Abia State will take on Warren JFC of Bauchi State, and Plateau United will slug it out against Ekiti United, and Sunshine Stars of Ondo will take on Jedo Academy of Sokoto. Rivers United will take on Ikikuama of Imo State, and Niger Tornadoes, like I told you, will slug it out against Niger Tornadoes Feeders team, and Katsina United will host Duse Strikers of Jigawa State. Bayelsa United will slug it out against FC Basira of Nasarawa State, and Doma United of Gombe State will take on Gamji Eagles of Taraba, and Kano Pillars will slug it out against Rangers International of Enugu State. Now this is the biggest fixture of all time in this 64 game fixtures, but the one that is surprising is where two teams in one club talking about Niger Tornadoes and its feeder team will be slugging it out. So automatically one must go, and it's either the senior or the junior that will show prowess in the game. Now let's leave that shot. Let's go straight to top. Members of the Nigerian Football Federation are rooting for an expatriate to succeed Jose Pasero as the head coach of the Nigerian Super Eagles. Now Pasero left the job following the expiration of his contract in the month of February. A number of local and foreign coaches have already been applied for the job, but NFF has reportedly shortlisted 7 coaches for the position and are expected to name the successive candidate before the end of the month. And yes, the source came out to say, I won't say the NFF is divided over hiring a foreign or local coach for the Super Eagles, but the truth is that most of the board members and those in technical committee want another expatriate to take charge of the Super Eagles. A reliable source actually is making statement and telling us there. Now let's leave that shot. Let's go straight to tennis this time around. We'll go straight to Britain's Emma Raducanu as she continued her revival form in what is called a straight set winner over Angelica Kerber in the Stuttgart Open first round. Now Raducanu was really troubled by the former world number 1 and wrapped up a 6-1, 6-2 winner to 1 hours 26 minutes. It was a 21-year-old third win in a week after she won both matches to help Britain beat France in the Billie Jean King Cup at the weekend. Raducanu will play Linda Noskova of the Czech Republic in the next round, and also it was very difficult to play Angie, according to Raducanu there. She says there's so much history behind her, and you are not just playing Angelina Kerber, you are playing the person who has achieved all those amazing results. It wasn't the prettiest, but I just focused on the next point and did not get too bogged down. That is what Raducanu was saying, with Raducanu dropping about 303 in the world after the surgery on both wrist last year. 3-time major winner Kerber, meanwhile only returned to the tour of December after 18 months out following the birth of her first child. Raducanu broke her serve 3 times in the dominance first set, taking a 6-2 win in just 41 minutes before breaking the first game of the second. Kerber, who is 36 years old with her first child, was able to break back immediately, but then began to tire out, and increasingly confident Raducanu was able to reel off 4 consecutive games to seal victory. Congratulations to her. We still remain in tennis, but this time in the men category, where Cameron Norrie cruised into the quarterfinals of the Barcelona Open with a 6-4, 6-3 over Spain's Roberto Bautista Agut. The British number 1 sealed the victory inside 1 hour and 24 minutes and will face Argentina's 14th seed Thomas Ochetri next. It was Norris' 200th tour winner of his career. On the scores, it was easy, but there were a lot of tough points there. Norris told Sky Sports out there in England, and he says he was really pleased about how he handled himself when serving the first set. Meanwhile, Cherry fought back from a set down to beat Brandon Nakashima of the United States 3-6, 7-6, 7-5, 6-4 and book his spot in the last 8 of the ATP 500 tournament. Alright, now let's quickly go for a quick break, and when we come back, we'll be talking more on football, and we'll be looking at how Liverpool lost their way to celebrate the exit of Jurgen Klopp in the Europa League final games. We'll be right back. Alright, yes, welcome back. I'm glad to know you're still with P&B Sport right here on your number 1 Dial Politics and Business TV. And don't forget to stream with us live and direct on YouTube and also on Facebook. Now let's go straight to AS Roma's camp with Paulo Dybala, who is one of the oldest players in the shows, have progressed to the Europa League semi-finals by beating AC Milan, arch rivals in the Italian Serie A at the Stadio Olimpico. Gianluca Mancini opened the scoring for the host after 12 minutes, but before Paulo Dybala doubled Roma's lead 10 minutes later to cement a 3-1 aggregate victory against their arch rivals AC Milan. Now Daniele De Rossi's side went down to 10 men after Mahed Zeki's Kelly's longing challenge on Rafael Leo. But Matteo Gabbia scored a late consolation for Milan defender Mancini, was the quickest to reach the tap home for Lorenzo Pellegrini's shot after the stroke. World Cup winner Dybala gave the home side a breathing space after he looked a brilliant effort over Mike Maignan in the Milan goal. England international Tammy Abraham, who recently returned for an anterior crucial ligament known as LCL injury, came off the bench in the 28th minute in place of injured Romelu Lukaku. Roma will take on Bayern Leverkusen, who's for a place in the Europa League finals after Bundesliga champions overcame West Ham in a 1-1 draw. Now I'm talking about the 1-1 draw with West Ham United. West Ham were knocked out of the Europa League as Jeremy Frimpong, the reigning champions of Bayern Leverkusen, of Germany, later leveled denied them the consolation of becoming the first team to beat a new German champions Bayern Leverkusen this season. Michel Antonio's 13-minute header at London Stadium gave David Moyes side the perfect starter in the attempt to overturn a 2-goal deficit from the first leg. But despite dominating the opening period, they were unable to prise open the Leverkusen defense a second time. Gerard Bowen came closest when his far post effort was saved by Maciej Kovar, but Xabi Alonso's side improved significantly after the break as Frimpong, the man of the moment, blazed over after running clear the defense, but made an amend in the 89th minute with a shot that took a significant deflection over Aaron Cresswell and flew past Lucas Fabianski. The goal preserved Bayern Leverkusen's incredible unbeaten record since a 3-0 reverse at Bochum on 27th of May last year, 328 days ago, and booked the last 4 meeting with Brighton's conquerors AS Roma, who knocked out AC Milan in truth. A tired West Ham had run out the ideas before Frimpong's equalizer, and they were offered a warm ovation from their fans, though a mark of appreciation for at least a memorable 3-year chapter of European adventure, which brought them their first trophy in 43 years last season when they won the Europa Conference League. They do have an outside chance of qualifying for a 4th consecutive European season, but they will need to improve significantly in the English Premier League, as they have just few games to go with the future of David Moyes, whose contract expires at the end of this season, is uncertain. Now let's leave that shot. Let's go to the main people who are the talk of the league and also the talk of the week, or the talk of the night of last night. Liverpool, Jordan Club and its players. How have they panned out? How could they face the turned out as Liverpool hopes of ending Jordan Klopp's reign with European trophy are overturned by a first leg deficit against Atlanta. Now the Reds traveled to Italy on the back of a 3-0 defeat to Anfield last Thursday, which was last night, and despite controlling the game for the larger periods, could not find the required goals and lost 3-1 on aggregate, with Mohamed Salah's 70-minute penalty after a Trent Arnold cross was handed gave them hope as the first half drill to close. The Egypt forward lifted well wide when he put through one-on-one, but club side struggled to create meaningful openings in the second period. It marks at the end of a difficult 12 days for the Reds, who drew at Manchester United and lost at home to Crystal Palace to surrender their lead at the top of the Premier League. Now attention will now turn back to the English Premier League in the title race with Liverpool sitting third with just 2 points adrift at the top leaders, and also same point with Arsenal at the table. The league now represents their final chance to give Klopp a fairy tale ending to his 8.5 years as a Merseyside and add to their success in the Carabao Cup in February. Alright, that is the man there, and we just hope that he will not be seeing the last of him in the footballing world. We hope to see him in another club or in another country to continue to give us that beautiful flair behind the touchline there. Now let's go straight to rumors coming in for Friday gossip. We start up with Germany's forward, Bayern Munich forward, Jamal Musiala, as he has emerged a possible signing for Manchester City's target for the summer, while Chelsea are also monitoring the German international situation. However, Bayern have no intention of selling Musiala and are preparing a new contract for the 21-year-old. Arsenal are now looking to bring in a striker and a winger this summer with Viktor Osimhen, and Newcastle forward Alexander Isak are part of those ones. Also, winger Michael Olise, who is at Crystal Palace, is among Arsenal's target. Arsenal are still monitoring RB Leipzig forward Slovenian Benjamin Sesko as they step up their plans to a striker this summer with Sporting Lisbon and Sweden striker Viktor Gyokeres is also on the radar of Arsenal as Mikel Arteta looks to boost his attacking options. Now Chelsea and Manchester United are also monitoring Sesko, who has a 50 million euros release clause with Liverpool assistant manager Pep Lijnders is being a target by Besiktas for the Turkish side vacant head coach role. Liverpool and Paris St-Germain are considering a move for Chelsea, and England defender Levi Colwill, who is 21 years old, and Tottenham Hotspur are interested in former Arsenal forward Serge Gnabry, with Bayern Munich willing to sell the 28-year-old Germany international, as Liverpool and Man United are among the clubs interested in Barcelona defender Faye, but will face competition from Lille, Monaco and OGC Nice for the Senegalese international. And now Tottenham Hotspur are also leading the race for Nottingham Forest midfielder Morgan Gibbs-White and are ready to make a move for the Englishman in the summer, with Belgium striker Romelu Lukaku expected to return to Chelsea at the end of the season. Long loan in Italy at AS Roma, who will not be able to afford the 43 million euros to sign the 30-year-old on a permanent basis. Now Chelsea and Newcastle are interested in Arsenal's England goalkeeper Aaron Ramsdale after losing it out to David Raya in the first team shirt. Now Newcastle United are scouting Chelsea midfielders Conor Gallagher as a considering summer move for the England international, and Germany boss Julian Nagelsmann is talking not just to Bayern Munich about becoming their manager, and will make a decision in the next week or so, according to his agent. Now former Liverpool and Everton boss Rafael Benitez is set to take over as manager at the Sao Paulo a month after being sacked by Celta Vigo. Alright, now that's the transfer scene. Now let's quickly go straight to giving you results of matches and possibilities of fixtures of matches that will be going down later this week, this weekend in all round of 4 or 5 major leagues in Europe. We'll start up with the results of the Europa League as Atlanta lost to Liverpool but still won it on aggregate 3-1 in that encounter last night, where Marcel defeated Benfica. Marcel lost to Benfica 1-0 to nothing, I beg your pardon, and Marcel actually moved on to win it 4-2 on penalties, and also Roma won against AC Milan, like I told you, 3-1 on aggregate. West Ham lost to Bayern Leverkusen 3-1 on aggregate, and also Fenerbahce in the Europa League conference, in the UEFA League conference, Fenerbahce won 3-2 on aggregate against Olympiacos, but last night it went down 1-0. Also on penalties it went down Club Brugge and Paul Lanaka. Club Brugge won Larnaca 2-0 with a win to move them 3-0 on aggregate, while Fiorentina defeated Victoria 2-0 and to win on aggregate 2-0. Lille beat Aston Villa 2-1, but Aston Villa moved on to making them the only English team to still maintain their shows in the Europa in Europe with a 4-3 win on penalties against the side Lille. And now that is the games. Now let's look at the fixtures of games that will come down later. This Friday, looking at Eintracht Frankfurt taking on Augsburg in the German Bundesliga by 7:30 kick-off this evening. And Genoa will take on Lazio by 5:30 p.m. in the Spanish La Liga, while in the Italian Serie A will see Genoa will take on Lazio in the Italian Serie A by 5:30 kick-off, and Cagliari will hold Juventus same time by 7:45 p.m. I beg your pardon, and also by 8 p.m. In the Spanish La Liga on Friday, Bilbao will take on Granada, and Nice will take on Lorient in the French League or by 8 p.m. And also we'll be looking at other fixtures coming in these weekend games in the English Premier League, most especially for Arsenal, who are hoping that they'll be part of the big names or they'll be part of the teams that will consider a move for themselves when it comes to the top of the Premier League. But most importantly, we'll be looking at these English Premier League fixtures with possibilities of them coming up to make a party for themselves this weekend, as they will be taking Wolves in the Wolverhampton Stadium later this weekend. So will it be a chance for Arsenal to actually make an impact for the maintenance or to maintain their shows in the top flight on the top of the table in the English Premier League? Their defenders have been seen to be one of the best defenders and one of the scoring defenders so far so good in the English Premier League. So let's quickly go out there as the network is actually failing us, and let's quickly go to say goodbye to you guys. We'll meet tomorrow on Monday when we come with the editions to give you out the result of these matches that will be coming down later this weekend. My name has been Rudon Musago, RMG, and I'm saying you guys should go out there and join all the games that will come down this weekend, as they are full banter of them that will be coming out for you. So you go out there and make sure you enjoy yourself. It's bye for now.